Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video we're just going to go through the patch notes for the new updates. This is patch 2.11.0. So we're bringing you this 2.11.0. The release focuses on enhancing gameplay and improving the overall player experience. Here are the details of what's new in this update. So, first update is a new guild merger function. So not particularly relevant to the general player base, but relevant for those people who are managing guilds or who are helping to manage guilds, specifically smaller guilds as well. So we've introduced a new guild merger feature to help smaller guilds quickly combine and boost activity within the guild. There's no further details on that, no explanation of how we do it, or... Oh, sorry, it has been a long day, so my apologies if I sound tired. Right, okay, so the next one is World Arena Optimization. So to enhance strategic gameplay, players can now view more details about opponents' lineups on the formation screen. Before reaching the Diamond tier, you can view all of your opponent's lineups. At Diamond tier and above, you can see the first two teams. I don't know how I feel about that one, but personally I quite liked it, going into the unknown and not being able to prepare teams in advance, because if say for example you know that you're going up against Doom's team, for example, you're going to want a team that focuses on shielding and holy shielding specifically. So you might run an Ethereal's team with 2 deviants in it. You may also run a Mystifier's team potentially to do corrode damage to the enemy before they can have a chance to reflect the damage back at you. If you're going up against a Valentis team, then potentially an Avengers lineup that can keep coming back after they've killed you a couple of times within the first 4 rounds or so. There's a lot of strategy between the synergies that can be applied. So to be able to see the first 2 that you're going to face is going to be very... it's going to make it a bit more challenging, I think, to advance, really, because people are going to be able to see your teams as well. Now, players who reach Platinum tier for the first time can now use the Quick Battle option to instantly see battle results, and a new Battle button has been added for faster engagement. So, potentially a refinement of the process of battling, an efficiency, you might say, but it sort of contradicts the first point that they've made. So the first point is that they're going to be making these big changes to lineups. You can see what your enemies have, and you can see what lineups they're using, whereas if you just press Quick Battle, you're just hoping that your teams are going to do well. Oh, I am sorry, very sorry. I've just had a very full-on day. Right, okay, so added Victoria, Lachesis, and Ashluza to the World Arena shop. So if you don't know where that is, if we go into Season, and we go into Mist Merchant, the rank shop is down here. So Lachesis, Ashluza, and there was one more who I've just forgotten, will be added into this slot here. So personally, out of that full list, I would say if you don't have copies of Karnak, you should probably prioritize him, or Victoria as well. Victoria is very good. I've never had a copy of Victoria. If we just go into my box at the moment, if you have a look, my Victoria has been 2 stars, and the only 2 stars that I've got for her, or the only 2 copies of the unit I have for her, have been within sort of the past month. I've never really prioritized Victoria. She is a very good unit, specifically because she's a monarch. She's a celestial monarch, so it does fit the bill when you are trying to build in, say, Lost City for the monarchs team. She can be very effective in there as well. But for me, either Ashluza... Oh, one day I'll stop yawning. So Ashluza or Karnak, I say, would be the best choices, then followed by Lachesis, and then followed by Victoria, Other people might have opinions on Victoria. Again, I can't really comment too much on her. She may go up the list. For yourself, if you've got her up to 2 stars and you want to get to that 3rd star to get that Monarch synergy, it is what it is. Just look at your own box and assess. Use that judgment that you've got. Now, we've improved the ranking rules to ensure players are ranked according to their scores. This means if 2 players achieve the same score, the player who reached that score first will be ranked higher. So potentially there was some issues last time with players having exactly the same score and being, being pushed out or have the same rank, or it's messed something up on their side. I don't know what this will solve really, but it's an improvement and it's it's something to work on over the course of the next couple of seasons, I suspect. Now, player server information is now displayed in the rankings and the battle logs as well, so you'll be able to see where your opponents have come from. Which servers they are coming from as well, in the rankings and in the battle logs. So it'll be just good to see, where people are up to, rather than having to click on their names and then go back and click on it. It'll just all be there for you. Battle results and logs now show the power of both teams with a new replay button added. I think that's very good. I think that's very, very cool. One sec. There we go, just had to plug in the charger. Sorry about that. Right, so where were we? Oh yeah, battle results and logs now show power of both teams with a new replay button added, so you can go back in and you can have a look at the previous matches as well. It's going to be very good for content as well, for YouTubers and other people who do like to replay the battles and see why certain teams lost. It's very effective for strategizing and very good for trying to develop strategies against certain tactics as well. So very useful and a very, very good move, I think. The number of save battle logs has been increased to 20. Thank you. There were so many battles that I looked at and I thought, oh, I could really, I could make a video out of that, or I could use this video as an example of what X synergy is it counteracts Y synergy, but I couldn't get the time, and before I knew it, I'd already had four or five more battles, and the other battles had been lost. So yeah, very good. Right, treasure hunt event shop optimized. The store interface has been adjusted to make finding items easier. It wasn't difficult to begin with, but certain people might have had trouble trying to find the items that they wanted. Who knows? And assistant optimized. Unset areas will now be more clearly highlighted. We'll see. The assistant runs relatively well anyway. There's a couple of little nags about it, like why don't there's a couple of nags about it, but it's a video for a different time. Player feedback adjustments, so they do listen to what you say. So please, if you've got a good idea for the game, if you want something changed, please reach out about it. Clearly the devs are listening, and they do include in every single patch update that we've had. They do include player feedback adjustments. So please, do mention it to them. Feedback to them. Without feedback, they can't improve the game, and the stuff that you complain about will never change. If you keep feeding it back to them, things will change. It might take a while because it might be difficult with the team size that they've got. It might be that they have other priorities, but there will be a list somewhere, and your suggestions will be on it, and it will get done eventually. So please don't forget to keep trying to change what you want about the game. Now, retry button. In response to player feedback, we've added a retry button on the failure screens of the main missions, Lost City, Forgotten Lands, Palace of Penrose, and Celestial Trials to facilitate easier retries. So, what does that mean? If I go into Lost City, and I go to this stage, and I select all of my best units. We'll see how far we get. But if you select on here and you do fail, so as you can see, we lost very quickly. There's no retry button. There will be a retry button after this event, so that will make things a lot easier for you to go ahead and try and do. And let's just have a look down here. Battle animation settings updated. So the settings option for battle animations have been added to the game's settings page. Now, where do we find that? I believe it may be up here in your settings, or it might not be. Yeah, it is. There we go. No, there's the notifications. One sec. Let's go into this mission again. And if we go to down here, we can take out all of our animations. Unfortunately, we didn't get far enough that time, so let's quick deploy. So I turned off all of the settings. So that's the ultimate animation, the battle cry animation, and relic animation. Now, the relic animation is currently bugged, and we'll see whether or not they have changed this at all. Because, as you can see, the relic is still kicking off. Ultimate animations still on. So let's turn them all on. And I don't think there is any difference whatsoever. For me personally, it doesn't look like there's any difference whatsoever. So, is what it is. Maybe it'll improve. Who knows? Have been added to the game's settings page. We'll see. We'll see. It didn't look like it did anything for me there. Now, this will be all, by the way, this will be all added on the 11th of June between 6 AM and 9 PM, Universal, whatever, the UTC time. For me, personally, it is currently 9 o'clock on the 9th of June, so this is 2 days away from being implemented. Now, Sanctuary of Eve interface updated. A new synergy filter has been added to improve user experience, so let's have a look at this now. Currently, I have 57 out of 60. I got these 5 down below added because of the story missions that were implemented. But apparently, we will be able to now filter this for whatever reason that might be useful. I can't think of a reason that might be useful. It improves user experience. Some people may have wanted to see, but who knows? And bugs fixed. The issue with the rune affecting the Abyss Crusade. I don't know what that is. Potentially you can have a look through the records in the Discord server. One sec. You can have a look through the settings in the Discord server to find out. So that's it for the update. Looks like it's a primary focus on this World Arena optimization. Because it's a gameplay mode that everybody will get to experience, rather than just, say, for example, in the Foggy Coliseum. You know, this is for people who, the top 128 in your war zone, whereas the World Arena is for everyone. So I think they're focusing on this over the next, or they'll be focusing on this over the next couple of weeks as well. This will be a priority, but they will add little things in here and there where they can do. So yeah, looks good to me. Looks like we're improving. I'm looking forward to seeing version 3.0, and we'll see what that brings as well. Who knows when that's coming? But for now, it looks like they are improving things ever so slightly, bit by bit. So thank you for watching the video. If you've got any comments, please do leave them down below. If you can leave a like on the video, it'd be really appreciated. And if you want to see more, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching. You have a good day.